Okay. All right. We have a round 1 playoff game between Weird Crab and Drathion. Weird Crab is our 2 seed, and with that privilege, he gets to call out Drathion. So, Ben, what do you have to say about that pick?
I mean, it doesn't seem like Drathion's got a whole lot to deal with Rommie's main threats.
Yeah, I know in talking with Rommie beforehand, I think the biggest thing in reviewing before was just like, hey, Articuno is scary, especially when weakness policy and competitive get popped. So, like, don't do that. We see Torracat here. I don't think Drathion has used Torracat yet. That could be concerning for Glass Terrier.
I don't think it'll hit hard enough to really threaten Glass Terrier. The Intimidate might be minorly annoying, but I think he'll pick up a kill pretty quickly to get that attack back.
I mean, Will-O-Wisp and Parting Shot could really cripple Glass Terrier, and if you run into a crippled Dynamax mod, that can really lose you a game. We see Rommie has brought the Porygon Z this week. That is a hard hitter. All right, let's go ahead and get going. I'm really curious, what Drathion leads here. He has multiple fake out mod between Toxicroak and the Orange Cat names. Could you explain to me, how a cat like that could use fake out?
I mean, I guess it just jumps on your face.
Yeah, I feel like most fake out users have arms, and
maybe Torracat just stands up and is like a little mini Incineroar.
Well, he's not standing yet,
Maybe he specifically stands up to use fake out.
Okay.
Just disappoints everybody.
A big thing with Rommie, even baiting a Trick Room, because it doesn't seem like, if a Trick Room goes up, Drathion's in a lot of trouble. So we imagine that there's a taunt on some of these Pokemon, correct?
Oh, I bet. But he's got the Riolu, so we could always do the Max Guard Prankster copycat Trick Room shenanigan.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It's been used effectively before, but wasting a turn of your Dynamax when you have a bulky mod like that. It's not like you have, something fast or strong hitting. Trevanthony, it hits okay, but it doesn't hit super hard. So you're getting rid of that.
I mean, I guess it all depends on how much Trick Room means to you.
Definitely.
And of course, the strategy is also ruined by some middling priority moves such as Ally Switch or Follow Me, which will go after the Max Guard but before the copycat.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, if you were to click Follow Me on Indeedee, that would just ruin the whole plan.
Yeah, that's... I'm going to be honest, that's not something Rommie and I had spoken about. Another thing in looking over Drathion's team, Articuno just has pretty terrible coverage moves.
I mean, it gets max airstream. What else does it need?
Duraludon doesn't care too much. Duraludon is going to resist both of his stab moves.
Fair enough.
I guess some other ideas that curious if Drathion has picked up on. Duraludon's ability being stalwart it's such a rare ability. I believe he is the only one with stalwart, and then that fish has a Propellertail, and there's not too many other things like that where you don't pay attention to follow me. Ooh, we are bringing some shiny Pokemon out here. We see that Intimidate
Wow,
off
that cat
the
is
lip.
ugly shiny.
You know, at least it's something different. Articuno is just the regular
It just goes
Articuno
back
form.
to regular Articuno colors. All 3 legendary birds do that.
Yeah, it's
a nice homage back to their original forms. I don't mind it as much. I mean, they could have done something more creative, but it's a nice touch.
So what are you expecting here? Are we thinking a fake out? Are we thinking a Will-O-Wisp parting shot from this Torcat?
I feel like he'll go for the fake out on the Riolu and try and take that out with a Max Airstream or a Max Mindstorm.
Yeah, I'm imagining
So he'll probably want to get rid of that little dog before it starts causing trouble.
I think a big thing is going to be what he does with Glass Terrier. Not too sure if a Glass Terrier is going to Oko from here, especially with that attack down. So you got to really go into the Torcat just so you don't pop a weakness policy.
At this point, it might be worth just pulling Glastrier out completely. Hard swapping something else in.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I think it depends on what's in the back. If you have 2 special mon in the back and then you just have a Riolu here, that kind of sucks to, keep getting boosted. Just because, Riolu's doesn't help special attackers too much. We're really in the think tank for this game. There's going to be a lot of, double thinking yourself, double guessing yourself. Here we go. We got 2 big mon, Articuno and Glacier, a protect to stop the fake out, and then to survive the airstream, not even taking half damage here. Now, due to that Intimidate, he is now dropped. He is not Okoing this Torcat.
That's
Ben, what do you
rough.
think about that protect?
I mean, I feel like that was a pretty good call with that protect, because you knew you were baiting a fake out with that Riolu.
Yeah, Riolu is now the fastest mon on the field, just in terms of his prankster ability. It'll be interesting to see what he targets here with that.
Torcat's not dark like Incineroar is, so he can be prankstered. But I feel like the Articuno is definitely the bigger threat at this point.
I don't
think Riolu's got anything it can do to really take out Torcat or to stop it.
Do you need to stop it? I think you might just let Glass Terrier stop it and maybe get a boost or 2 off with
I mean, Torcat could Willow or Parting Shot, like you said, and that would slow the pony down a little bit.
That it would, and then
it probably needs all the power it can get if it wants to take on that Articuno right now.
I don't know if you want to kind of risk that though before you get any boost, because I mean he's still -1 at this point.
Like, the protect was a good move, but I don't think it puts him in any better position this turn than he was in last turn.
Another thing, he got that Max Quake off and boosted his special defense. Okay, here we go. Coaching back up to... Goes with the Phantasm. Was he expecting a switch there? This is interesting. Okay. We get the parting shot. Okay,
He
so
might
he's
have just
back
gone
down.
with Phantasm, thinking that he could lower Glastrier's defenses.
See what this Max Quake does? Not even half, 40% here. Okay, so they're both down to their final turn of Dynamax. Railu is still alive, gonna be able to get off another coaching here. And he's still down to, -1 attack. I think a big thing here is what is this Dragapult doing? Is it a support Dragapult or is it going to be a attacking Dragapult?
I imagine it's an offensive Dragapult.
Could be. That's usually how Drathion has been running his Dragapult. Wow, big switch in.
Cycling the Intimidate back in.
Yep.
Keeping that
Let's see
horse
what
crippled.
happens. Ooh, he gets the kill. That's massive. Now he is back to even. Dynamax is over. He has 2 special defense to go up against his Articuno that has not popped weakness policy. He is a bulky boy. So coming out of Dynamax, as we're here, we know Drathion has a Dragapult in the back with about 60 health. Toxicroak out here. Now it is important that Psychic Terrain is up.
That's gonna cripple this Talonflame from being able to do anything about Toxicroak if it's Gale Wings. It'd be interesting if he thought about Psychic Terrain being a thing and decided to go with like Flame Body instead so that he could still Brave Bird freely.
I'm going to be honest, that was never thought of.
Then Talonflame's in a lot of trouble.
Talonflame is in some trouble. He could always, look forward and say, "Hey, I'm gonna set a Tailwind. Maybe my Talonflame dies, and I set up to win the rest of the game."
Sadly, the horse is so slow that I don't think a Tailwind is going to matter at all to it. But if he's got something like Porygon in the back, that Tailwind could mean a lot.
Yes, yeah, I think that Porygon would really wipe up. We got that Tailwind. Air Slash going for some flinch games here. Poison Jab, we don't see. Ooh, he connects on the Icicle Crash. He gets a boost. Interesting, he doesn't have Drain Punch on there. Drathion is down to his last 2. He's got a Dragapult and a Toxicroak. Psychic Terrain is still up. We haven't seen this Dragapult make a move yet. We still don't know if it's going to be a physical or a special Dragapult. I think either one, the pony is going to take pretty well.
Yeah, lacking any stab super effective, it's going to be hard for him to take that horse down.
Especially with, either 2 special defense boosts or 1 defensive boost. Terrain lasts a pretty long while. What's your thoughts on the length of terrains?
I mean, 5 turns is pretty standard length for most things. Like weather, Trick Room.
Okay. Why did Brave Bird work? Does he have Flame Body on there?
Does he?
You know, hold down the fort. I'll be right back. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Apparently there is Gale Wings on there from a source very close to Rommie.
Interesting.
Is it because he's flying and he isn't in the terrain? I thought it worked the opposite way.
I believe it's by target.
We see Charles talking in chat saying he's also thinking that there's no Gale Wings on this. It's like we're waiting for the next game. You know, I thought I was here with an expert on terrains. A video maker on terrains, in fact.
Well, you heard me say earlier that if it wasn't a Gale Wings Talonflame, that would be pretty spicy.
Again, a source very, very close to Rommie is saying that it is a Gale Wings Talonflame, in fact.
Ah, you know what it is.
Please tell me.
Because of the hail, Talonflame had taken damage, and because it was at less than 100% HP, Gale Wings wasn't active.
Incredible. See, that's why we bring you on. Thank you for the insight. Going into game 2 now. What are you expecting a lead from both of our competitors?
I mean, Rommie had a little bit of a rough start there with the Intimidate, the parting shot, the second Intimidate coming in. He had a slow start, but it ended up working out for him.
Yeah, I think we saw that you know, turn 1 protect, I think, was pretty massive. Just knowing that he could survive, and even though those Intimidates were coming, he was never really getting below one stage of attack drop.
He was able to come back from the attack drops pretty easily.
Yeah, coaching will do that. It'll be interesting if Drathion has a Will-O-Wisp or something else to really drop the attack. Yeah, I think it's big. I'm imagining we get something different from Drathion this time. You know, possibly a Toxicroak Articuno lead. He did that a lot during the regular season.
He also likes to lead with Frostlass, but he didn't bring it with him this time.
Yeah, no Frostlass is interesting. That's a really good support mod. You know, the Ally Switch, the Icy Wind, and Will-O-Wisp. And Destiny Bond. Destiny Bond could have been a big meme.
We could see him try and make use of the Indeedee this time.
Yeah, though it is the objectively worse Indete.
Supposedly.
He could, possibly. You know, there could be a Duraludon lead, though. Duraludon would kind of make short work of Indete.
But seeing as Indeedee wasn't even in the last game, he might not think he might not think about it.
I mean, here we go. We got a different lead. We got a Talonflame Porygon lead. Now, pairing pairing Toxicroak with Vendetta, you're getting rid of your fake out. Arguably.
I mean, you could still fake out the Talonflame because it's flying, but he learned last game that once he drops that Talonflame's HP, it doesn't care about Psychic Terrain anymore.
Yeah, I'll be curious if he was able to spot that. Not all of us were able to spot it very quickly. Even our former champion not be able to spot that. I mean, arguably, having that terrain up. Here we go. We got to follow me. Interesting. Bravebird did not work. We see Rommie is now learning about Gale Wings. Interesting, he did not go for a Tailwind there to set it up.
I mean, as far as natural speed goes, he's already got it. Tailwind's not strictly necessary. But it seems that a lot of people are learning about terrain right now.
Yeah. They are, I will mock them because they are ignorant, whereas I was only ignorant a few minutes ago. If we had more people call into the show, they would know. I can feel Rommie. Oh no. Did you just get the message from Showdown?
What message?
Uh-oh. Oh! I got a message saying the server is restarting soon.
The server restart was canceled.
But now the server restart is canceled.
The show must go on.
Yeah, I sent a message.
And they're like, wait, hold on, playoff game going on. Gotta shut that down.
After Griff's hack guys kind of got to me, that game 2 of my game, I had to call him up and be like, hey, you get one today. Not now. So, Toxicroak. Sword stance for free. This is pretty big. In this situation, gosh, you gotta get that Tailwind off.
I mean, unless he's got a fire move on Talonflame, Talonflame's not doing anything else.
Yep, I think you got to get that Tailwind off. You got to say, hey, my Mon at the back are going to be faster now. I'm going to continue to save. I can't imagine we don't see a Dynamax out of Toxicroak right now. And I can't imagine that we don't see a Follow Me out of Toxicroak right now.
I mean, I feel like a Dynamax on Toxicroak's not really that useful, since both of his stabs are poorly represented by Dynamax, and the fact that he's not a very bulky Pokemon to begin with. Even Dynamax, sure. If Talonflame does get to attack, it's probably still killing Toxicroak.
For sure.
He could go for the old Sucker Punch and hope that now with his times to attack, he can just murder the Talonflame.
Yeah, I think a big thing is no one knows how these terrains are working. We're going to see this Follow Me. Here we go. Flare Bits.
He does switch to the fire move.
Interesting.
And he hurts himself, so then now he can go fast again.
He just deleted Toxicroak. Wonder if he'll be able to put that together that he can Brave Bird.
He can Brave Bird again.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. Gale Wings. It's an easily forgettable thing. All right, here we go. Dynamax, Tailwind, Ice Beam, no weakness policy. Talonflame got his thing done. Duraludon is out here in a Tailwind. will be faster than Dragapult. I'm imagining we're seeing a Dynamax Duraludon right now.
I see no reason not to.
Yeah. And this Duraludon's going to take pretty quick work of this Dragapult. You see any way out of this for Drathion?
I mean, maybe he could max guard the Dragapult and try and parting shot the Duraludon to cripple it, but with 2 heavy hitters out there and probably another one in the back, I don't think he's going to be able to cripple him fast enough to stop him from just rolling him over.
Yeah, with that Tailwind too. That Tailwind matters a lot. We have seen some Eclipse on Eclipse violence this playoffs. I've had 2 games of 2 Eclipse boys. It hurts, you know. The team is losing all of our members that made the playoffs. Here's this Dynamax. Duraludon is big. No protect. Oh, he gets the freeze.
That's just painful. Just absolutely painful.
Wow. And that's going to do it.
I don't think it could have been more insulting.
It could not have been. You know, other than a crit to finish. Actually, a crit to finish.
It's more insulting that it didn't kill and froze instead.
Yep. And with that, Drathion's season is over. He is no longer a rookie. It was a good time having him. He was a lot of fun whenever he joined in on commentary and stuff. He's a good teammate.
Yeah, he made the playoffs. He did some great work this season.
Yeah, a 7-3 for your first season is pretty nuts. Let's see if we can get him in here on an interview and get his thoughts.
What?
We just wanted to give you an interview after that battle.
No, dude, I'm pissed. That's crazy. I didn't know anything about the Gale Wings nerf. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
It took us a while to be fair.
Yeah, I thought I was getting. I thought there was some shenanigans happening. I was gonna be like, "Excuse me, like really? Like your team matches up pretty well against me." I find it weird that you would need to kind of do that. But
so were you able to figure out what happened with Talonflame there?
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess for everyone else who is listening, Gale Wings does not work when you're not at 100% health. And Talonflame was not at 100% health, but then in game 2,
it was
with Psychic Terrain. It was. We'll be sure to tell Robbie this later because I'm imagining he was a little spooked on what the hell was going on.
I don't know why he'd be spooked. I mean, I don't know why he'd be spooked. He's got the pony, dude. The fucking pony is ridiculous.
Yeah, we saw you intimidate cycling through there.
So I actually had 2 strategies going into this. It was one strategy at first during prep, which was just a crippling strategy, just making the horse useless. And I actually I guess now, obviously, hindsight is 2020, but maybe I should not have taken off Will-O-Wisp. I did have Will-O-Wisp on there on Torracat, and I swapped it for Overheat just in case there was some Talonflame taunt or something with Riolu or whatever. I didn't want Torracat to get stuck, which obviously is a mistake because during testing, after one Intimidate and Will-O-Wisp connecting, a Max Quake from the Pony actually didn't kill Torracat or Toxicroak.
Interesting.
And Toxicroak actually lived it pretty well, and was able to drain punch his way back to almost full. So I made that last minute change. Probably shouldn't have. That did not go the way that I thought it was going to. My testing was pretty good. I actually won quite a few of my testing matches, so I'm a little disappointed in myself because I feel like it wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let's
max
go
moves
through
are just
both
ridiculous.
of these games.
Yeah.
Max moves are pretty nuts. So game one, we had the Railu Glass Harrier versus your Articuno and Torracat. You got that Intimidate. It's looking good.
Yeah.
How surprised were you by the Protect from the Railu?
All of it. Literally all of it, because I'm like, there's no way he's packing Protect. And then he was, and I was like, I think I just lose here. Like, I think I just lose the game here. Because, excuse me. I was like, I think I just lose the game here because I don't get the damage from Fake Out, and I get reduced damage from the Max Airstream, which would normally just obliterate Riolu from the face of the earth. But him being able to go Max Quake and get special defense means that all of my other max moves just do far less now.
That was pretty big in his thoughts beforehand.
Yeah.
So turn two was kind of interesting. So you used Max Phantasm.
Yep. So the thought process there was to kind of set up for Toxicroak later.
Okay.
Because I knew that what I currently had going on was kind of dead. So my thought process was, if I can Max Phantasm as many times as possible and have Riolu die to the Max Phantasm, I can hopefully get enough defense drops before coaching matters, maybe. And then set up for Toxicroak to come in and hit with a stab drain punch and hopefully deal with the Pony. But I couldn't keep up, and the special defense boosts were a bit backbreaking. So there was just no recovery from that. I mean, sure, I killed Riolu, but the Talonflame took me by surprise.
Yeah, definitely. So turn four on you used Poison Jab on Toxicroak on Glass Terrier and not Train Punch.
Yes.
What was the thoughts?
I was worried about weakness policy. I was worried about weakness policy. When I was reviewing his matches, I noticed that a lot of his matches included weakness policy, and after it activates, there's no stopping there's just no stopping the opponent.
Yeah,
it
it's
just keeps going, right?
Yep.
So the hope was to trigger one of the 30% chances of poison that I had, and because poison jab, while it is not super effective, it has 5 additional power. It's also stab. I also have a life orb. So the hope was to maybe get some poison going, and hope that I could survive a hit from the pony, which I believe was neutral at the time. I don't think it was. I don't think it had any attack boost during that.
Due to your intimidate
swapping and whatnot. Yeah, so
parting shot, that was a good strategy. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can get Rommie in here. So, you're no longer a rookie. What are your thoughts after your first season?
I do not know why I was called out. I think that was a bullshit lie on his part when he was like, "Oh, I got to take care of the big dogs first." No, don't give me that. If you're saying
let's settle. So let's hold some of the seat in.
Yeah, I get it.
When he joins, go after him.
Oh yeah, as soon as he gets in here, I'm going to say the same thing.
So other than your teammate backstabbing you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did you have a good time this season?
Oh yeah, this season was super fun. Honestly, no one can successfully murder Eclipse better than Eclipse, so it had to be somebody on my team. Because if you look at the bracket, the playoff bracket, if I was successful in beating Rommie, I immediately had to face off against another Eclipse member. So, hey, who better to take me out than somebody on my own team? We will go down in history as the best team to ever exist in this league. Period.
Hello?
Look at this liar right here. Wow. Look at this liar. Oh man, I got to take care of the big dogs first. You're a liar. Call it what it is. You that easy matchup, baby. You went through my Pokemon and you were like, that's a super effective hit. That's a super effective hit. That's a super effective hit. And you know what? I ain't even mad at it because I would have done the exact same fucking thing. I would have been like,
I cannot confirm or deny these allegations.
Because I would have did the literal same thing. I would have been like, super effective, super effective, super effective. Yeah, we're in here. This is it. Good games, man. That was
super fun. Yeah.
That was it was very difficult practicing for your team.
Yeah.
The call out definitely took me by surprise. I think you are a very strong contender for the championships. To take the championship.
I'm trying.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, the 1 seed match today, just he really didn't show up like that great. So I'm taking it today.
So, Rommie, could
Yes.
you tell us what happened on the interaction with Talonflame and Gale Wings?
What are you talking about? I am so confused.
Oh, you don't know?
No, I've lost.
Guess what? Guess what? I also don't know. And honestly, like, nothing against you, but I was like, did he choose the wrong battle
No, it
set?
had Gale Wings. I don't know.
Did he choose the wrong battle? Dude, when Gale Wings did not activate game 1, I was like, is he playing me by intentionally choosing the wrong or worse ability, and I'm
I was big
getting
braining.
faked out by it?
Let me open the replay. Where did this happen?
So, Rommie, here's what happened.
Okay, because
game 1, So Gale Wings only works when you are at full health.
Yes.
And
So
you had hail up.
Yeah, game 1 you had already been hurt.
Okay.
So your Gale Wings didn't trigger.
Yeah, so you didn't have Gale Wings.
Yep.
So that's why
it was just a regular
So
attack.
your moves weren't priority moves, so they weren't blocked by Psychic Terrain.
Which was a saving grace during testing. There were several times where I was staring a Brave Bird in the face, and it just failed. And then I got to
I
poison jab or whatever.
Yeah, so that's why it didn't work game 2.
Go on. Are you saying the Tailwind?
No. When you use Brave Bird.
Yeah, Brave Bird.
Well, yeah, because the hail hit me.
Then that's why it worked.
Yeah.
But then game 2, when
you went for the Brave Bird again at full health in Psychic Terrain, and it didn't
Gale Wings
work.
only triggers at full health.
What'd you say?
Yeah, Gale Wings only at full health.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Okay, well then why did you use it game 2?
I fucked up. What do you mean?
Okay.
I didn't know about it either, I didn't know about it at all. Let me not say either, because you obviously knew. You've been using the team for 10 weeks, but I had no idea. And in testing, I was like, okay, if I set up Psychic Terrain, I can protect my Toxicroak from the Prio Brave Bird that will 100% just straight kill it, and maybe he can take a Flare Blitz, poorly. And so
it worked.
when I set up the terrain, because that was my thought when my Dynamax ended game 1, the thought process was, okay, well, let me go ahead and set up Psychic Terrain, because I think there's a 0 chance that he doesn't bring Talonflame. Like, he has to be able to outspeed me in some way, shape, or form. And he's not setting up Trick Room. And so when it didn't work game 1 and I got hit, and I was like, okay, clearly I'm missing something. Something.
Hold on. So what was it? Just the misconception that he had gotten hit by hail? Was that what it was?
No. So you had hail set up when you swapped in Talonflame.
Yep.
And it got hit by the hail, which turned off your Gale Wings. But I didn't know that's how it. I didn't know they changed that, because I didn't. I don't know when they changed it. I don't know if they changed it in like Sword or Shield, or whatever.
Sun and Moon when they changed it.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
And so it used to be, it was always priority. That's how it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be always, and that's when I played, when it was always priority. This thing was a menace and competitive.
Yeah, they used to call it Smogon Bird, because every Smogon team ran it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so when you Brave Birded and it hit, I'm like, this sucker's not running Gale Wings, bruh. He's not running Gale Wings. What the hell is going on? And then in game 2, you used it again during Psychic Terrain and it failed. I'm like,
what's happening?
No, I was like, no way Rommie would just like cheat, right?
Oh yeah, no.
I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's no way that he would just cheat. Like, his team matches up so well against me. Maybe he chose the wrong battle set, because I have several battle sets. I have just general sets that include all 8 of my Pokemon, and then I just name the set after the person I'm battling. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, why did that work? And then I was like, Talonflame, what the fuck is up with Gale Wings? And it's like, oh, it doesn't work when you're not at full health. And I was like, okay,
I saw it in chat, and I was like, wait, and I was looking at the replay while we were picking. I was like, what are they talking about? I was so confused. I was like, what are they? What? Nothing happened. I was lost. I was like, what's happening? Anyway. I actually was gonna bring Trick Room, but then at the basketball thing, you're talking a lot about how you love in prison, and I'm like, he's in prison my Trick Room. I can't.
I'm 100, dude. You know what? It's funny you say that, because during a lot of my testing, my Articuno had 2 attacking moves because the rest of it was Imprison Trick Room.
Yeah, exactly.
I had Imprison Trick Room. I had Taunt on Torracat, and I had Taunt on Toxicroak, and I was hoping to kind of catch you expecting the taunt on Torracat, and then when I parting shot and swap him out, You're like, oh
Right.
shit, he ain't got taunt, and then I taunt with Toxicroak, and you're like, all right, get fucked. You know? So
Right.
that was the hope. It didn't work.
Right.
It's crazy because everything you did, I prepped for, minus protect. That you are a fucking madman for that. That is absolutely insane.
Protect on Rylu?
That you are a madman for that. You are a fucking madman, dude. Madman for that, and it worked.
Yeah.
Outside of that, literally everything you did, I prepped for. But even during my prep and fighting against it, it's just so hard to stop.
Yeah.
It's just an unstoppable train.
Going, my big issue is that like every move that hit hard on Articuno wouldn't one shot it unless I was like statted up, and then it would just get competitive. And I'm like, I can't, or like or weakness pulse. I'm like, I can't trigger. That was like the biggest hang up. Was like, man, or like if it like max darkness, and then it would like lower its special, and then it would go competitive. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do that. So I had to be super conscious when I was planning what I was gonna do.
I actually opted for more damage on Articuno by swapping the defense to special attack. Maybe I would have lived poorly and got a hit off, maybe. But I think I would have just inevitably died to hail.
So did you have Dragapult or Dragapult,
yep.
whatever?
Dragapult.
Was it full speed or not? Because I outsped it with Talonflame. I don't know how. So I imagine it wasn't full speed.
Well, you had Tailwind up.
No. I set up a Tailwind.
Yeah, but did Duraludon outspeed?
Duraludon did outspeed.
After Tailwind. No, but Talonflame shouldn't outspeed without some like other thing. So
let me see.
Because it may have been max speed, but not the IVs, or something was different. Because I checked, because I was like, wait a minute, what?
And then my Dragapult is
did you still have
HP.
Full HP for Gale Wings?
It's max HP. So. It's max HP and
special attack,
and max special attack because
I thought so.
He has 142 base, and there's like one thing on your team that even comes close.
Yeah.
To size to matching up with it.
That was my thought because I hit it with Ice Beam and I was like, this is like a really bulky Dragapult. Like, what's going on here? A little suspicious.
Yeah. I debated going physical Dragapult and just dancing, and seeing what happened, but the move pool just isn't there. His move pool just doesn't support that. And I need to be able to hit. I need to be able to hit your stuff.
Right.
So Rommie, looking forward, how are you feeling about your chances for the rest of the tournament?
I haven't looked at the bracket. This is the first week that Porygon Z came in and actually did its job, and it did really good. So I'm like, okay, this one actually was like a good idea. So I'm feeling good. I think at this point my team can flex in a lot of different ways. I have super good coverage. So I'm taking it week by week, but I'm feeling good. But I mean, last season I was doing good up until the finals, and then just got crushed. So we'll see. We'll see what happens this time.
The Porygon definitely caught me off guard. That was I think that was the one Pokemon that we actually didn't practice with. Just because I was like, he almost never brings it. He almost never brings it because his other Pokemon are just so reliable. So there's really just no reason to bring it. And the only time I've ever seen you do anything with it, it used Trick Room, and then the other reliable Pokemon just did what they do. So I was like, he's not going to bring it. And then I saw it in the lineup, and I was like, he's just trying to scare me. And then I saw it, and I was like, this is scary. This is scary.
Yeah, it is a lot. And the big thing with yours was because of Torracat and the Intimidate. I need to bring a lot of special attackers, because if I don't, like, I'm just gonna get torn up by this. Because like even testing like Torracat was just like the bane of Glastarier's existence.
Oh,
yeah.
In my testing, like intimidate Will-O-Wisp.
Oh, it's rough.
Horse does nothing.
Yeah,
the horse sits there.
Yeah, I even ran the berry that cures burn specifically because I was like, he's gonna try to burn this. There's no way he doesn't. I was like, it's gonna happen.
Dude, I actually swapped Will-O-Wisp like earlier today.
Well, maybe,
Like
yeah,
I had
that
Will-O-Wisp
actually,
on
yeah.
it, and earlier today I was like, well, maybe I need an attacking move because I don't know if he has taunt somewhere that I don't know about,
Right.
and I don't want Torcat to get locked into, me hard switching and putting something at risk.
Right.
And so I swapped it for an attacking move, and I probably should have just kept the Will-O-Wisp. So, but
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
a good game.
that
That
was.
was good.
Oh yeah,
Yep, gentlemen, thank you very much for
really
the
good.
games.
Not a problem,
And
this
Yeah.
Drathion, we'll see you next season.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep. See you guys.
Later.
Bye.